New WWE figures from Mattel, another DC Multiverse Beast Boy figure from McFarlane Toys revealed, more on those turtles with bikes from the loyal subjects, and a whole lot more. So let's jump right into it. Yo, you action figure enthusiasts out there, JC here, and welcome to a Monday edition of TNInews. And let's start off with an update to a story I told you about on Friday. So on Friday, I told you how it looked like that CGI Netflix He-Man and the Masters of the Universe series was not going to be renewed for another season. This was due to a tweet made by one of the show's screenwriters, Amanda Dilbert, who, when asked if more episodes were coming, she said that it was not renewed for more. Now, I think the logical takeaway from that response, when knowing you're involved with the show and someone asks you if more episodes are coming and you say not renewed for more, that would mean that the show has been canceled. But according to her response was taken out of context somehow, and she's now stating that she doesn't know if the show has been renewed or not. She was basically just meaning she was not aware of the show being renewed, but I guess what she forgot to say is that she really didn't know one way or the other. Now, whether the show has been renewed or not, that remains completely unknown, and I would definitely not hold my breath that the show is getting another season. But for now, at least, perhaps there's at least a glimmer of hope for those of you who like that show that it might see some more episodes, and only time will tell. Now, sticking with Mattel, let's jump over to WWE, and we have new images for the new SummerSlam Elite 2023 wave. This wave is going to include a new version of Hulk Hogan, along with Zeus, his wrestling persona Zeus, and then we're getting Dolph Ziggler, Jey Uso, and then there's a Build-A-Figure with this wave, the executive consultant, Mr. Perfect. So Mr. Perfect was one of my favorite wrestlers back in the day, so definitely looks like a pretty cool wave. Now, this wave is available for pre-order now at places like our sponsor, Entertainment Earth. And then sticking with Mattel and WWE, that Ultimate Edition Coliseum Collection Wave 2 is going to be going up for pre-order this week on the Mattel Creations website. I've talked about these before. This wave includes the Jake the Snake Roberts and the Ravishing Rick Rude. So these will come essentially as a 2-pack. And the pre-order begins on the Mattel Creations website this coming Wednesday, March 1st at 12 p.m. Eastern Time. Now, speaking of March 1st, if you're into GIJoe comic books, there may be some announcement coming on Wednesday in regards to who will be taking over the GIJoe license from IDW. So it's been known since early last year, I think it was, when word first leaked out that IDW was losing both the GIJoe and the Transformer comic book license, and that somebody would likely be taking over in 2023. Now, I won't say for sure we're going to find out who's taking over GIJoe, but a relatively unknown company by the name of Power Comics Incorporated has made a posting on their social media saying that they've got a big announcement coming on March 1st, and as a clue, they put the GIJoe logo out there. So, again, won't say for sure, but the likely assumption here is that they may have gotten their hands on the GIJoe license. Now, this wouldn't be the first time a relatively small company has gotten the GIJoe license. Devil's Due was a fairly unknown company when they took over GIJoe after Marvel, years after Marvel, that is, but they were the next company to do GIJoe after the Marvel run. And then, of course, IDW took over from Devil's Due. So if, in fact, this Power Comics Incorporated announces that they will be doing GIJoe comics starting later this year, I'll be sure to update you guys on TNI, and probably will mention it in a later news video. Now, updating you on another story I told you about on Friday, it's in regards to the loyal subjects and new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle figures that will be coming with motorcycles. So the initial information had come from the toy book, and they later updated with additional images and information. So these are in fact going to be part of the BST AXN line, which means the figures are going to scale about 5 inches along with the motorcycles. The two figures that they are doing initially are Raphael, which we had seen briefly on Friday, but now we've got new images of that one, along with the second figure that is being released, which is Leonardo. So you've got Raphael with his red bandana and red bike, and Leonardo with his blue bandana and blue bike, and they each come with alternate heads and hands and their signature weapons. The figures are said to have about 31 points of articulation. Now, new additional information that we now have thanks to the toy book is both of these figures will be store exclusives. The Raphael is going to be released as a Target store exclusive, which makes sense since it's red. And the Leonardo figure is going to be released as a Walmart exclusive, which again makes sense being it's blue. And then they also revealed, which is new, that they will be doing the other two turtles with bikes later in the year. A Michelangelo, which will come with an orange bike, that will also be a Target exclusive, and Donatello, which will come with a purple bike, and that will also be a Walmart exclusive. So you'll have to go to two different stores if you want to get all four figures of this line, and the price of these is going to be about $50 each. We've got a look at the new Treehouse of Horror reaction Simpson figures coming from Super 7. So they had released a teaser last week for these. These have actually been up for pre-order for a couple of weeks now at places like our sponsors Big Bad Toy Store and Entertainment Earth. I think these images might have originated from Big Bad Toy Store, who maybe had put them up early. I'm not sure. The images will probably get released officially later this week. But you can see here the four figures in this wave. So Inside Out Bart, Kang Doyle, Grim Reaper Homer, and Skeleton Marge. So the Kang Doyle was the one that they had teased last week. And again, these have been up for pre-order for a while. So if you want to add these to your collection, you can head over to either Entertainment Earth or Big Bad Toy Store. Also available for pre-order and officially being released are those Super Mario Brother movie figures and products from Jakks Pacific. So these started leaking out thanks to Walmart several weeks ago, but the official embargo was yesterday. So again, if you want to just pre-order these, you can go to places like our sponsors Big Bad Toy Store or Entertainment Earth, but you can also probably find these at most Walmarts and even Targets now, I'm guessing. I haven't checked my local Target, but they'll probably start stocking these if they haven't already. For you McFarlane toy fans, we got our first preview image of that gold label Beast Boy figure that I told you was coming, and as suspected, it is a normal size version of Beast Boy. So this is our second Beast Boy figure. The first one is the mega figure that is a Build-A-Figure in the Titan wave that went up for pre-order last week. And this one, this regular gold label figure is going to be released at Walmart at some point, possibly during Walmart's Collector Con, which is later this month, starting on March 16th. So I wouldn't be surprised if that's when this figure doesn't go up for pre-order. And as far as when it might start showing up at physical stores, probably soon, but no word of that as of yet having happened. And then don't forget, starting tomorrow, February 28th, the last day of the month, McFarlane is going to be kicking off their Winter Showcase event, which is supposed to run until March 2nd. So how that works is throughout the day, they will show off products from their various lines, probably a lot of DC Multiverse, but hopefully we'll see some other lines as well. We'll have full coverage of everything that's revealed as it happens on TNI, so you don't have to go hunting around for it. And there's also should be some pre-orders for McFarlane happening tomorrow. So some of the stuff that I guess they start revealing tomorrow will actually go up for pre-order. And of course, since tomorrow is the official pre-order date, we can probably bet on Amazon leaking that stuff out early sometime later this evening. So if that happens, we'll have full coverage of that, as always, on TNI as well. But again, this week, starting tomorrow, we should definitely be getting some new McFarlane reveals, essentially what they would have been showing off at Toy Fair and such. And one other thing to be on the lookout for is a variant of the Jay Garrick Flash figure. This is being released as a Platinum Edition figure. It is not exclusive to any one store. It is essentially a darker color version of Jay Garrick, so more in line with like the movies and stuff. This figure has been found, seen a couple of different reportings of people finding them at Walmart stores. So Walmart seems to be at least the first place that is getting it. But again, it's not necessarily a Walmart exclusive, but it is a Chase type variant figure. And then the final reminder I have for you today is don't forget on Wednesday is the Marvel Legends live stream. So I don't expect any major Marvel Legend pre-orders this week. It doesn't look like we're getting any pre-orders this week unless there's a few store exclusives or something. But probably in the middle of the month is when we'll start seeing pre-orders for Marvel Legends. So again, don't expect reveals from this week's live stream to go up for pre-order necessarily right away. But Hasbro has kind of built this as their what they would have shown at Toy Fair, had Toy Fair actually happened this year in February. So hopefully we'll get some pretty cool reveals on Wednesday. And of course, as always, we'll have full coverage up on Marvelous News as it happens. And we'll be talking about it later in the day in my next news video. Okay, so that's it for today. As always, I'd love to hear your thoughts on everything I talked about down in the comment section below. Like this video if you're so inclined, and please think about subscribing if you haven't already, and hit that bell notification so you're alerted every time I upload a new video. As always, guys, stay safe out there, and until next time, I'll catch you later. Hey, thanks for watching today's video, and be sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and hit that bell notification so you're alerted every time I upload a new video. And be sure to head over to the Toy News International and Marvelous News message boards communities. It's a great place to talk toys and win cool contests like $100 store credits to Big Bad Toy Store. And remember, action figures are great.